All right, welcome back, everyone, to another This Week in Trailers. Once again, it's another week where things have happened. I think Xbox partner preview thing happened. There's a couple other things that happened and everything as well. So it's not another super short This Week in Trailers, but we have about 56 trailers. Made sure we wouldn't have like 20-minute presentations and all that stuff too. We'll try and keep this short. I'll keep notes of what games that would, catch my attention and everything. We'll talk about that afterwards. But first, let's go through all these trailers and see which games catch our attention. See if anything should be on our radar. First game's going to be Reclaim the Sea. So this has like an FTL vibe. Kind of does. You move characters around and everything. There's a cooldown thing going on. It does look like it's somewhat inspired by FTL. So it's like you can have like different kind of cannons. It's like you can probably upgrade weapons. Yeah, crew, figureheads and weapons rooms. Oh, weapon rooms. Yeah, it does have that little vibe of FTL. Yeah, you have zones, endless storm zone. It's kind of like FTL's, but the open sea. So I wonder if you're getting chased by, colonial scumbags, which are the Brits. So Reclaim the Sea. Oh, there's a demo for Steam. So if anyone wants to play that demo, it should be available now. The Thaumaturge? However you pronounce it.
The Thaumaturge takes place in the early 20th century Warsaw, where different cultures and religions intertwine with each other. Apart from humans, the world is also inhabited by salutors, esoteric beings that only thaumaturges can truly perceive and use for their needs. Meet Wiktor Szulski, a man who returns to Warsaw after 15 years of absence. During that time, he traveled across the world honing his thaumaturgical skills, a quest that nearly drove him to insanity. Now, dire circumstances force Wiktor to face his family legacy once more. The beginning of the 20th century is a time of great political upheaval. Citizens of Warsaw demand freedom for their nation, social justice, and women's political rights. During the game, we'll often find ourselves in the center of these struggles, meeting some famous historical figures like Tsar Nicholas II or Rasputin. Wiktor is a thaumaturge. This mysterious art involves searching for the salutors, otherworldly beings that prey on human weaknesses and fears. Only the thaumaturges can see through the thin veil of reality into the dark world, where salutors hide. The gift of thaumaturgy has run in the Szulski family for generations. Wiktor inherited it from his father, but that has not brought them closer together. For years, only Wiktor's twin sister Ligia tried to keep the family together, despite animosity between her father and brother, two ambitious and proud thaumaturges. The pursuit of elusive and mysterious salutors is a challenging occupation, posing risks to a thaumaturge's physical and mental well-being. However, it also comes with certain benefits. Once tamed, salutors can improve Wiktor's skills, such as his perception of surroundings, or the level of influence he has on people. The exceptional bond that connects a thaumaturge with his salutors can be seen within Wiktor's skill progression. New
skill trees.
thaumaturgy points can be allocated ad hoc, even directly before a fight, giving Victor a chance to improve his skills. Like every specialist in his craft, Victor sees reality differently. Each time other people use a particular item, some of their emotions and memories remain attached to it. Thaumaturgists are experts in unveiling these hidden trails, thus becoming unmatched in investigative work. Skills of the thaumaturge can prove especially useful during fights. Apart from physical attacks, Victor can also use his salutor's abilities to influence an enemy's focus, heal himself, or gain a chance at executing stronger, spectacular attacks. The story of the thaumaturge is far from set in stone. For example, will Victor be ruthless or diplomatic? Will he become a powerful thaumaturge, or maybe choose his family and close ones over consuming pride? These and many other choices are yours to make. The thaumaturge setting is deeply rooted in Eastern European history. Most of the salutors you'll meet are inspired by local legends. The same goes for the game's story, visuals, and music, which all bear strong connections to Slavic folklore and sense of humor.
Wait, is it out now? It said March 4th. Or was that a demo? Game looks somewhat interesting. I don't know if it's quite up my alley, but maybe keep an eye on that at least. So this is Somber Echoes. So wait, this is inspired by Greek tragedies, also known as epics. But it's a cosmic Metroidvania, it looks like. Combat looks interesting, at least when it comes to platforming to combat. I had to see a more kind of like a elongated like gameplay when it comes to just combat to platforming traversal to see if it looks like it feels good. Seems like one of those games where you have to really play it though. Top Racer Collection. You got your old school speed games. If anyone has ever played a Yakuza game, you have played a similar game to this. Actually, I'm trying to remember if it's the Top Racer series that you do play. Which actually, is this Sega? I'm trying to remember if it's Sega or not. If it's not Sega, then it's a different series. Campaign, quick, time attack, and custom races as well, or customized kind of. No, it's not Sega. Gleam. Alright, Paranormal Activity found footage. So I don't know if this is going to be like a... Oh, creators... Ah, the Mortuary Assistant. This is their next game. Interesting, they're doing a Paranormal Activity game? Very odd choice. Now in development... That's just a teaser trailer. Just pretty much announcing that, hey, the mortuary assistant guys are working on a new project. Not a new IP though. Delta Force Hawk Ops. This is like, yeah, map gameplay footage of what this game is. So if anyone, I don't know if this is going to be a extraction shooter or just a purely multiplayer. Yeah, if an alligator or a crocodile actually death rolled you, you're fucked.
Watch out here.
You ain't fighting that shit. So interesting. It looks like a possible multiplayer game that you have to worry about like environmental hazards like animals. Second, that looks multiplayer. It looks like, you know, at least a player team. You're breaking into a vault. And then the music starts kicking in and I start losing interest. I was like, oh no. I almost had a little bit of interest in this game until the music kicked in. Yeah, I don't know why, but developers and publishers really need to stop using this kind of music in their trailers. It's not good. It is an extraction shooter, okay. Why the music though? Oh well. Dolphin. The name of the game is Dolphin. Card combat? Oh, it's a card game. Card game, turn-based. Has equipment. Kind of like chess. Multiple kind of boards, I guess. Bogota. Raise the dead. Okay, or you can sign up for a beta for the game. So we'll have to wait until another trailer for that game comes out to see what really is about. Alright, this game is called Astra Knights of Veda. Veda or Veda? We got an anime game. Semi-anime. There's some horrifying things are happening in the game. Pre-register March 5th. Didn't really show us any gameplay, so can't say anything about it. Ada. Tainted Soul? Soil. Is it Ada or Ada? Tainted Soil. Always liked me some pixel games, pixel art styles. Some of my favorite indie games have been like this kind of art style. You know what, a really good game that kind of has this kind of similarity of like almost kind of combat in a way. There's definitely some differences between these two, but a game that I would Jotunheim. Or Jotun. Not Jotunheim, Jotun. So Jotun is a very cool indie game that was very surprising because most of the combat was boss fighting. It was pretty much a boss rush game, but it was a really good one. I actually did a full playthrough of that game and it was good. This one looks like it has more of like, okay, adventure and all that. Some weird creatures, spider-esque things. Oh no. To worry about the tainted bear. Small little creatures, have to do AoE on it. Oh, cuts off briefly, abruptly. Don't be afraid to. Oh no. No games on the current watch list yet.
The innocence of this world.
Super watch list.
They sometimes have nightmares, for none of them nightmares should become a reality. Snatched from the safe home of their parents, trapped in a labyrinth full of dead fear.
Kidnap you.
Twisted forces, for whom tormenting their victims is the only form of amusement. Every day, I have to fight with demons from the past. Flashbacks are still in control of my life. Distorted faces, gruesome riddles, decaying bodies, and a scent of fear have been ingrained in me. So I become entwined, just like by poisonous ivy. Sometimes I can't distinguish reality from the visions in my head. Am I dreaming? Maybe I have never escaped, and I'm still trapped. What have I done to deserve this repeating hell every single day? My name is David, and 15 years ago, I was kidnapped. Will you help me overcome my trauma?
So this is the second game of this? Wonder how the first game did. What type of game was it?
Cataclysma left us broken.
Cataclysma.
Scattered.
Ooh, looks interesting. I like this art. I like the style of it.
Lost.
Oh, Moonlighter and the Mage Seeker? I don't know the Mage Seeker. I know Moonlighter though.
Courage. We rose. Piece by piece. And we did not stop. We faced down horror, night.
Ooh, I
after
kind of
night.
like this. That looks cool.
We grew strong. We built new homes. Tamed this land of mist. And we survived. They broke us once.
20+ hour campaign.
But I see no broken souls today.
There's skirmish modes, creative mode.
People carved from stone.
There's a survival mode. So there's a lot of different modes which can keep you enthralled for a while.
We will rebuild.
Interesting. I like the look of that game. So Cataclysmo. I'll put that on. That one looks cool. Cataclysmo is my first game that interested me. I was like, oh, okay, that game actually looks fucking cool. So this is Voin. So first person, looks like it has melee and stuff like that. Yeah, melee action. Have certain powers. You can dual wield. This has that Messiah field? Is that what I'm seeing? Speaking of the Messiah series, I heard years ago that they were thinking of maybe rebooting that series. I don't know if that's true. Now it's been a few years. Nothing's came of it. I don't know, the combat is looking pretty tight on this game. Ooh, and the feedback of like whacking at people and everything feels good. It's promising. Hasn't quite hit that, that interest level yet, but I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, it's a tiny build game too. Dune Awakening.
Arrakis
I'm
is a
still on the fence on this game. I gotta see gameplay of this.
few survive it.
Get on the rocks, dude. Oh, great. The typical crafting thing. See, that's what I was worried about. You know, you got your normal vanilla kind of crafting when it comes to the survival games. Very boring. After you play one survival game, it feels like you played them all. This is a different theme. This theme is, of course, Dune, which it doesn't look bad. But once again, it's just another survival game, which I have a problem with. I want a Dune game that's doesn't have your typical stereotypes of other games.
Arrakis is a test. Few survive it. But the humans that do awaken.
Oh no. It is weird. This is like a survival MMO though. So, wonder how MMO this game is really going to be? Or is it going to be just more of a survival based game with large servers? You know, because I'm thinking MMO as in thousands and thousands of people on one server. At least. So I don't know. Yeah, it still hasn't meet my requirements to be on the list. So this is Synduality, Echo of Ada. Or Ada. Once again, another game with Ada in the title. Oh, this has mech combat. Wait a minute, this game kind of looks familiar. Oh, it's this game. I've seen this game in the past. Might have been shown off a little bit in either the Video Game Awards or in one of the Summer Games Festival stuff. So this game's still being made. So the person following you on your left side, you can customize them. So wait, are they not a... I'm guessing they're not a human being, they're probably some type of android or something like that. And are you a person in the mech, or you're just a pure mech? Or are you the person that's on the left side of the mech and controlling the mech? So many things. Bandai Namco though, so I don't know. Dark Sky. Another turn-based game. Narrative-driven. Okay. Have dialogue choices, maybe? Very short trailer, but at least I guess I think it was an announcement trailer, so yeah. Chrysolite. Has that Atari feel to it? Are those beholders? Are those beholders? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Chrysolite. Interesting. Very old school, like somewhat semi kind of an Atari feel to it. Dragon is dead. Almost has that blasphemous feel to it. It's another Metroidvania. Oh, skill tree, gear. Boss fights, of course. Kind of showing you what type of bosses there are in the game, enemies, environments. Hey, this is a pretty decent trailer. Showing you a little bit of, just a little bit of everything. Not quite everything, but showing you what to expect. Which is, that's the way you want to do your trailers. This rib cage is open. Look at Steam only, early access in June 7th. Alright, Merchants of Rosewall.
The world hasn't always been peaceful. Our history makes us all the more appreciative of the little things. Cooperation, friendship, harmony, working together. That's when Rosewall is at its best. Make pies, not war. Sourcing, crafting, and selling items can improve your shop and even the city itself.
So it's fantasy based, running your shop. What's up with this fabulous poses for your
Just think,
staff mates?
what splendid things will we create?
Everything's so flamboyant. Yeah, I'm always a sucker for like management games, as long as they're done correctly and they're fun enough to keep me interested for a few good amount of hours. Let's see.
Almada had no presence here in this city.
The Legend of Heroes: Trial Through Daybreak.
Begin. Just how far do you plan on taking this madness? Got a present for you. Boom! Dare mock me?
There are no limits to the lengths we will go.
Sharkswell, the Threndel's all yours!
Now, let us see your fear.
Legend of Heroes: Trails Through Daybreak. Coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5.
Do you pronounce it as Trails? Oh, I guess it's Trails. Yeah, A is the head of the I. It's not Trails. Trails. Trails of Daybreak. My bad. Oops. Yeah. Oh yeah, this game is called Mini Shoot Adventures. I almost forgot to say the name of the game. Looks cool. Like the style. It's a bullet hell kind of game. Top down. Yeah, top down. It's not really panned in a different way. Camera's directly on the top. I like the art style. Looks cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, so April 2nd.
I know the name
Life
of the
Eater.
Lord of the Earth. And that name is Zimforth. The things I must do to serve him are cruel and vicious. But if I don't do this year after year, the world will end.
Oh no, do you play as a psychopath?
I am my god's precious sinner, abducting beasts for the slaughter that saves the world. And this year, Zimforth has given me just 3 days to do it.
I don't know if I could play a game where he plays some crazed lunatic, because the question, I guess the question is, are you actually doing these horrible things in order to make sure the world doesn't end, or is he fucking nuts? I don't know if I could play a game like that. It's a little rough.
When they least expect.
Classified, France 44.
And we will break them. Their tyranny ends now.
Kind of World War II XCOM. I mean, yeah, it has that XCOM feel to it.
In position! Vérifiez votre secteur! L'ennemi approche!
Hey, any game where you can kill Nazis, I'm down for it.
One good thrust is all it takes! Throwing grenade! Have some lead poisoning!
We are in occupied France. And our mission is classified.
Vive la France! There's your like XCOM-ish World War II game. Something to maybe look forward to. Project Tower.
To all the survivors, this is not a drill. This is your last chance to hear a voice from the world that was.
They're fighting something?
If you're hearing this, it means the invaders have already reached our doorstep. Humanity's time is running out. It's been a few days since they first descended upon us. An extraterrestrial force hell-bent on wiping us out. Cities have crumbled. Families torn apart. We are witnessing the end of an era.
Give me some Returnal vibes. Oh, you can morph into other creatures? So what, do you inherit like certain powers of the extraterrestrials or something? Like Returnal with a twist and damage numbers? I don't remember if Returnal had damage numbers. Did it have damage numbers? I don't think it did. I don't want to compare it to Returnal, but it reminds me of Returnal.
But I won't stop broadcasting until the last breath leaves my body.
This like,
as we knew it, is gone.
Is this inspired directly from Returnal? The broadcast and everything.
Fighters,
aliens,
dreamers,
space,
and survivors.
PS5 and PC.
My name is Thor.
Sons of Valhalla.
And I am looking for my wife, Rhea. Their trail led me to you.
Ah. Does it have that like gameplay style of Two Crowns? Wonder if you're more active playing it though. It seems like you control one character for the most part.
It is your destiny to save her. I will support you in this.
Fulfill your destiny. Coming April 5th. Only on PC. Right. Revile.
Hello?
Reveal.
Can somebody hear me?
Maybe Revile.
I've been trying to reach someone. Anyone. I'm stuck in some crazy dream, nightmare cycle. I don't even know how to say it. I feel like I'm losing my mind. My daughter, my wife.
I understand. It's improbable to have the upper hand. I settled down. In my shadows I got lost and never found.
Where are they? Where am I? What am I?
Sacre bleu.
Monster in the... they're dead!
Having a hard time figuring out what the vibe of this game is with the music.
Maybe it's pointless, but I'll keep leaving those messages. My name is Walter Thompson.
Is it like the same environments, but they change over time? Or is it random? Reality is falling apart. I'm wondering over time things get more nightmarish over time. Something like that. Funhouse edition. Alright. Hex Combat. I mean Gambit. No, Hex Gambit Respawned. My bad. Wait a minute. I've seen this game before. I might as well see a little bit more gameplay of this. This will probably be the last time we'll see of this game. Maybe. That's what? I don't know how this fit. Official launch. Oh, it's a launch trailer. So this game this game released this week. So this game is officially out.
Calculating odds. Odds are favorable.
The Weird Dream. Got a health bar, some type of other bar. Platformer. Are humans? Or are they? The androids? show me hope than abandon. Was the art style change? It's always cool to have games that have like multiple kind of art styles. So I don't know if it's like a filter or it's an actual change in the actual art style itself, and I wonder how much that affects the gameplay. That's pretty cool. Reminds me of Japanese ink paintings. And you have a more colorful palette that has cleaner line work. March 7th is full release. Looks like it's only on Steam for now. Guess depends on how good the game does.
Everyone's got
Sleight of hand.
they wish they never worked for. Not everyone's ex-employer set them up to take a fall. Just so happens they framed the wrong witch.
More cards.
They call me Lady Luck, and every card I draw is lucky. And when I find out what my old coven is up to, they better hope they have
nostalgia.
Over there! She's here!
Not tonight, boys.
Mislead.
If the coven wants to play, they'll have to play dirty.
I'm guessing you play as a thief, a third-person stealth action game. Oh, it's going to be on Game Pass and Steam. I'll have to try that out when it comes out. The Altars. Oh yeah, this game. I think this is actual official gameplay. So we actually get to see what the gameplay of this game is finally.
What if you could change the decisions you regret in your life and see the outcomes of those choices with your very own eyes? The Altars tells the story of Jan Dolsky, a simple miner who survived a crash landing on a hostile planet. He quickly realizes that what was supposed to be a lifetime job opportunity turns into a desperate fight for his life. Jan will need to handle a large mobile base that's designed to be operated by an entire team of qualified personnel.
Okay.
Even worse, the planet Jan landed on revolves around the deadly scorching star. Escaping the sunrise is crucial for survival.
Oh, it's almost like the Eternal Cylinder.
Jan simply lacks the time
What's that concept?
and skills to deal with all these problems on his own.
So he needs a clone, probably.
But the planet Jan is stranded on is home to a mysterious substance called Rapidium. With its use and the help of the quantum computer on board, Jan is able to create alternative versions of himself. The Altars.
Can they be hostile towards you?
As a result of altering a crucial decision from Jan's past, the Altars are a reflection of the questions he asks himself. What if I never left my hometown? What if I didn't drop out of college? What if I fought harder to save my marriage? Our Altars have the necessary knowledge and skills that we desperately need to succeed. But they also come with their own goals, ambitions, and fears, all derived from their different life paths. And that can generate problems.
Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. Incompetence, incoherent decision-making, a groundbreaking mission on the verge of failure. Damn, I just hope I don't f*** everything up again. You want a relationship that lasts, put some effort in it.
Each Yan is a different person. It will be extremely difficult to keep everyone happy.
You gotta learn how to say no sometimes.
But we must do whatever we can, because as the mission goes on, the challenges will only pile up.
It's like a crew management game, man.
Obstacles on the outside, internal tensions that could prove to be even more dangerous. And with a ticking clock of the deathly sun behind our backs, the only way home is to press forward.
So yeah, it's like time management, crew management, resource management. I could see it being stressful as fuck. Looks like it's gonna be out for everything except for, of course, Steam. I mean, Switch. So this is Creatures of Ava, not Abba, Ava, or Ada, Ava. Little bitty creatures and big ones as well. Are you the Pied Piper of really weird alien creatures? You get to pet the creatures. Get to take photos of the creatures. I guess you solve environmental puzzles with the creatures. It has some platforming in a way. It's like the natives of the land are not your species. Has that like healing thing, kind of like what you get from Kenna? Doesn't seem like it has any of the combat though. So I wonder if you're like the healer of this land. You solve like environmental puzzles and things like that in combat with the healing practices of whatever you are. Interesting. So this is oh yeah, this is Frostpunk 2. Hey, this is yes, official release date announcement. So we actually get to see when this game is officially released. Hopefully, maybe, as long as it doesn't get pushed back. Man, Frostpunk is a brutal game though. I need to play more of it. I really do. Play a game that abuses me. just play a game that abuses the player. July 25th. So yeah, sometime in the summer. Which is interesting. Surprised they don't try and release it during the winter season. And it has 3 DLCs coming up, it looks like. 72-hour story mode. Oof. It's a long story mode. Oh yeah, by the way, the original Stalker collection is out for Xbox. The one thing is, I'm not trying to buy it until I know I can turn head bobbing off. But I do have this on PC, but it does make me wonder if you can turn off head bobbing. It's head bobbing in the original game is, you know, it gets you a little motion sick, you know. I'm glad that Stalker is officially out for consoles now, at least for Xbox. Maybe it'll come out for PS5, but I'm probably gonna wait until if they update it to where they have more options. So I think the only problem that a lot of people have with this right now is that it doesn't have as many options as people want Stalker to have on consoles. So yeah, it comes with you can also buy these separately too. You don't have to buy it as a collection, but I think the full collection itself is around $30-something. So you know, if you never played Stalker before and you don't have a PC, or if you don't have it on PC for some reason, get it on Xbox. And since Stalker 2 should be coming out either later this year or hopefully maybe, I don't know. It's probably time to play it. It does make me want to get it for Xbox though. This is the only thing that turns me off from not being able to bring up the console command. I am kind of wondering if you can bring up console command on it.
Xbox logo. A young woman with brown skin and black hair strides through a desert.
Won't you at least tell me what we're doing here? All I know is that it's serious.
The woman strides through a bustling bazaar, then throws back her hood.
This is for like blind viewers. This is Unknown 9 Awakening.
Hands toward various guards. Ghostly white versions of her enemies shift out of their bodies.
I guess this is built into the trailer.
Logos for Reflector and Bandai Namco. Later, Haruna sneaks through tall grasses.
In my experience, the greatest.
This is part of the trailer.
Best intentions.
The cycle is starting again. How many more times must we endure the vanity of the Nine?
A man with graying hair wears a vest and tie.
When there isn't a path to be found,
make one. Haruna strikes the air. After images of her translucent form rush forward to strike a spearman. A soldier in a gas mask fires a rifle at her. Gameplay, third-person shooter.
Visual narratives.
Freezes as her ghostly form.
Hopefully it's this trailer thing.
She puppets the soldier through combat as others remain motionless. Sunlight trickles through stone ruins as Haruna stands before two white statues. Title: Unknown 9 Awakening.
You've been here before, countless times, and so shall you be here again. In fact, you're here right now.
Pieces of buildings float upside down in an enormous vista of ice and fog. Text: Summer 2024. Wishlist now. Xbox and Microsoft logos.
It's weird that they had that built into the trailer. Alright, oh yeah, by the way, The Sinking City 2. There's going to be a second Sinking City coming out. First game did, I guess, okay enough for them to have a sequel, so yeah, there's a second game. Are you on the tracks? I haven't played the first game, so I don't know if I should be excited for it or not. Some weird shit's happening. Don't look directly at it, you'll go mad. Unless he's, you know, that's the reason why things are happening as is. So he actually is going mad. That's going to be out in 2025. Alright, so it'll be a while. Tales of Kenzura Zhao.
God of death, hear my plea. And why, Zhao, have you called me to the realm of the living?
It is told that there are 3 great spirits who have denied you. I seek my Baba's return in exchange for these spirits.
We go east. Perhaps there you may prove to me you are worthy of such a task.
I will show you my worthiness.
This is the road to Ikakaramba, home to the great spirit of the sky.
Is it a Metrovania or action platformer?
You, the great spirit, the sooner you return my Baba to me.
You wield a powerful mask.
It is the mask of the moon. Baba taught me the ways. Graceful is the flow, a harmony soaked in virtuous intent. The mask of the sun. Baba showed me that to wield it is to harness a most ferocious love. The fiery flames of noble intentions.
Your Baba taught you well.
The moon. The sun. I must embrace the dance.
This shaman shrine means to imbue you with your predecessor's power. Bamba's stone. Harness the energy, Zhao. Launch Akida's spear. His power in the wrong hands would be disastrous.
Or if this is based off of African lore?
This power, how the others would have.
Or is this completely new,
for greatness?
Completely new fantasy? I'm not too familiar, so.
We are shamans, healers in a land long past healing.
Zhao, you're sweating.
You are more than welcome to take over. Every step, another obstacle, another obstruction.
This will not be easy, shaman. Those before you have tried and failed. All I see before me is a boy. A desperate boy with a desperate plea.
I am a shaman, my father's son, wielding his masks, knowing his ways. I can do this, Kalunga. I know I can.
Very interesting, though. I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, it's an EA published game? So I'm guessing independent developer, but being published by the EA, like, independent properties. And this game is called High Water.
This world is here to stay. The warm
Ooh, doesn't look too pleasant.
melancholy on the lips and in the air. Apocalypse, sweet apocalypse is always near.
Ooh. 3/14/24. Specifically only on PS5, PlayStation consoles.
Did you finish making your game?
Yeah, just some final touches. Okay, Tony.
Soba.
I'm here. Wait, you made all of this?
Yep. Do you like it?
It's incredible. It must have taken you forever.
Not really. Soba makes it pretty easy.
Oh, is there like
The
a
other things my friends have made. There's platforms, shooters, puzzles.
game builder stuff?
What's with these crazy cows?
Oh, watch out for that ghost!
Whoa!
Moving in.
Okay.
You know what your game needs? Guns and killer bees.
That's easy. Let's make some bees. Add some guns. And done.
Oh, you do rudimentary coding?
That was quick.
Shall we post it?
Yeah, let's do it.
A game like this could be very interesting for people to pick up to get into possibly making games in the future. I do appreciate developers at least deriving interest to people making games. We need more people out there making, more independent games and also like getting into the field. So I don't mind that at all. Ooh, this is a game I'm excited about. So this is Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. This is definitely on my radar. And the way it looks is very unique, man. It looks so unique. The way, like, I don't know, the way the camera's capturing everything, too. It's very, I don't know, this is very interesting. Kind of has that, like, I'm trying to remember what I would probably describe it as when it comes to other games. Like, the way the camera is. It's like you're almost kind of like on a miniature set. Like a diorama. Are these like other NPCs? So I guess you prepare for nighttime to defend. So nighttime is dangerous. You need to defend the territory. So, okay, it looks like you recruit people to help you out defending a territory. You need to cleanse that shrine, but you have to defeat, like, I'm guessing either a miniature boss or a actual boss. Yes! Dude, this game looks wild. It looks so weird. It looks weird, but it looks very appealing. I'm so down for it. The art style is so interesting. Huh. Everyone needs to help cleanse the gate. Once they cleanse the gate, that area is now cleansed. Oh, I love the designs. It's like a monster centipede. That's really cool. Itsugami. Out for pretty much pretty much everything. Except for Switch again. Yeah, that's definitely on my radar, man. It looks so cool. So Copperfields. The nest. Copperfields. I'm gonna check to see how many more trailers we have. All right, we're getting close to being done. All right, just gotta remember which the last trailer is so I can remember to pause it. Steam only. Didn't show too much, so Echo of the Waves. Very interesting art style. Like a drawing. Has that watercolor-esque feel to it. Oh! You jump from plane to plane? And the camera just draws back so far. It didn't show too much, but it is interesting.
Just
Beyond the Pines.
when you can.
I'll call her back. I hate leaving Rocky when I go to the city. He hates the wind and whatever else it brings out. Rocky, where are you, boy? It's just the wind. There's nothing outside.
It must have been the wind.
Hey, buddy. Sorry I'm late. Damn. Hello? Is someone out there? made sure it couldn't follow me home. It couldn't, could it? Rocky?
You're just looking for the dog the whole game? Project Heaven. Or Haven? Yeah, Project Haven. It's like a turn-based tactical. Oh, you get to manually aim though. I don't remember what other game allows you to do that. There's a game in the past that was able to, you know, you do this like, you know, kind of like the XCOM movement, but you're able to manually like shoot and stuff. Oh, I'm trying to remember what game it was. I think it was a game that was on a Nintendo 64 that had that type of thing going on. That looks interesting though. Lord Ambermaze. Oh, it's a movement-based strategy game. Like a turn-based movement game. So every time you move something, you know, the world is progressing at every tile you move, including enemy attacks, and you know, I think if you attack, that's another turn. Yeah, turn-based. Legitimately turn-based. Everything works on a movement clock. Lost Twins 2. So this is a sequel? It says Lost Twins 2. I'm assuming it's a sequel. And they didn't just put 2 in the title because there's twins. Okay, so there's like a puzzle kind of game going on. So this is Akatori. Or Akatori. Making sure I said that correctly. Like the art style. Yeah, interesting. The environments have this 3D look to it, but the characters are 2D pixeled. 2D pixelization with a 3D kind of a background to it. Like the background has a little bit of pixelization, but it's mostly like it's like almost like a low poly 3D background. Not super low poly, but you know, it has that kind of structure to it. It's probably because it's stone and all that. Water has the reflections, that's really cool. The lighting in the game looks really nice. See, the flames are giving off like illumination and all that. That's really cool. Game looks interesting. Akatori. So, Grifford Academy. It's like you have dialogue choices. Oh, turn base. There's every time I do a week of This Week in Trailers, man, this is reminding me how many games are coming out on a regular basis. Through the Nightmares. I like the art style. It's very simplistic, but it has like a charm to it. So what type of game is it though? Platformer. Pretty cool lighting effects. Looks like the platforming gets a little hectic, a little fast-paced. Lost Islands. I'm guessing there's no voiceover. I guess the text at the bottom is just pretty much just describing what's kind of going on. Or, you know, experiencing different cultures, sceneries in different cultures. The world is full of mysteries and mysterious energies. Embark on magnificent epic adventures. Definitely Japanese theme. Frame rate's a little off on the trailer. I wonder if it's smoother once it eventually comes out. Hopefully. Never want low frame rate in your games, man. So hopefully it's just a trailer thing. A very early capture of footage. The blood is very vibrant red. Very cartoonishly vibrant. Various types of land, culture hidden in the island, underground. Oh, now it's going fast. But depending on where you go, enemies can be more dangerous, of course. More powerful monster encounters are here. Oh, so when you go underground, things get hectic, get very dangerous. So you need to discover certain strategies to defeat certain enemies, or else they will destroy you. So very action paced. I'm kind of wondering if it's the action, like the combat is like almost like Sekiro like, where you have to like rely on parrying. Interesting. So you can go stealth in this game if you wanted. So it looks like you have abilities. Game looks like it has promise. Definitely. This just feels like this footage is very early right now, though. Doesn't help that the trailer is, you know, frame rate's not helping. But it does look like it has some promise to it. It has a very interesting, like, theme. The really cool, like, concept art showing you possibilities of what to eventually be made. I'll keep an eye on that. Bitcraft. Usually any game that has craft in its name, it's gonna have some type of crafting. So does it? Does it have crafting? Oh, is it a hexagonal world? As the land and all that literally was built around hexagons. Yep, survival crafting MMORPG. Oh, you're calling it an MMORPG? How many players per server? Or is it just one big server? Who knows? Even World of Warcraft doesn't have just one big server, so I wonder how many servers and how many people can be on each server. Because if you're going to call something an MMO, so you can shape the world, so you can raise the land, you can probably lower the land. Oh, so it's legitimately just hexagonal based. So you build roads and everything like that. Do you have to worry about PvP? Do you have to worry about assholes on the server? So you rebuild civilization. Can you destroy civilization? I wonder if this is like just healing the land kind of MMO. So far from what I'm seeing though, I'm kind of interested in it. Like, it's actually, I'm gonna put that on the list. So far it doesn't seem like there's combat, so you probably don't have to worry about people being assholes to you and ganking you. Uncover secrets of the past. It seems like more of a peaceful kind of like building MMO. I don't know how much there is when it comes to survival though. You probably don't have to worry about surviving either. I don't know. Age of Automata. Or Automata. April 2nd, 2024. Oh, closed alpha begins on April 2nd. Solar Raiders. I don't know if I was able to mute that all the way. Sneezed. Raid and loot. Well, we do like looting in video games, so you got that right. Steal the solar core. Is it room to room base? I wonder if this is like a little bit of a roguelite. Demo available now on Steam. So if you want to try it out, go ahead.
There is one immutable fact in the
Hollywood
world.
Animal.
Undeniable, absolute, immortal, sacrosanct. Something that exceeds mere ideas, technologies, and individual people. Something greater than even the sum of all its parts. And that thing is? You've always got to make a quick buck with a shameless sequel. That's what calls us here today. Our last film, Dexter Storm, was the surprise hit of 1959. But if we're going to release a sequel, we'll need to pick that upgrade. Sure, we can spend some extra money and influence points to speed up the process, but it's still going to take some time. Time enough to get everything nice and ready.
237D as in days?
Storm rescues a helpless maiden from the clutches of Slumpy Chuck and his gang. Of course, shooting a dozen villains in the process, but that's not enough. This time, we need truly breathtaking battles with hundreds of extras, horses, stunts. We're talking
That's gonna be expensive as shit.
We'll need to build a soundstage of absolutely indecent proportions. And to make the costumes and props just as defiantly pompous, we'll need a props and decorations department. We'll hire the most reliable contractors. We don't want any surprises on this one. We need to work on the story, too. Naturally, we've got to show our viewers the same thing they saw the last time, but we also need to make them believe they're watching something new. Slumpy Chuck escapes from prison and kidnaps the unfortunate Gracie again, who by now is legally married to Dexter Storm and bearing their first child. Oh, and that evil bastard Chuck, well, there's something missing. Needs a little pepper. Let's get someone from the script department to come up with a fresh move. Ah, there we go. Torture in captivity. Just what we need to shake up our complacent theater audience, yeah? Of course, Chuck got a little carried away when an enraged Dexter Storm storms the bandit camp alone. Gracie is already dead, and Slumpy Chuck has escaped. Dexter chases him through the desert for 5 days and 5 nights, and finally puts a bullet in his forehead. But revenge won't quiet our hero's burning soul. In the end,
So you just build the storyline.
goes in search of new adventures. You know, in case we want to milk this rubbish for another sequel. Unfortunately, we won't be getting great marks on continuity after the first.
So you pretty much have to
started
think like a publicist.
westerns our competitors churn out. Then one day he went on the set so boozed up he was practically sleepwalking, fell off a horse and broke his neck. Like I always say, you can mix alcohol and heroin during production, but never for more than 50 shooting days in a row. Audiences don't like it too much when you replace an actor. We need to get a legend. There's only one guy for the part. That's Chris Penkin. But for some reason, the idiot decided he'd retire at the peak of his career. You'll have to use an unconventional approach to get him on board. You know they've
Oh shit. Strong arming.
before they brought him here to Hollywood? Well, let's give him a little trip down memory lane. Sometimes you can't beat a little torture in captivity. Life imitates art, they say. Anyway, Penkin's happy to sign the contract, and the ribs will mend in 5 to 6 weeks, just when we're wrapping pre-production.
Loyalty is zero, though.
Thrilled working with Penkin. He can be a little wild and hot-tempered. Our director has already had 2 heart attacks. He doesn't think he'll survive a third.
Oh,
We
God.
put him in a beautiful villa, made him more willing to take the risk. We used the same actors for the other roles. We're filming nearly everything inside our giant soundstage. What could go wrong? Penkin, that arrogant baboon, went to a restaurant for the first time in years and got so angry when the waiter spilled some wine that he made the boy lick it off the floor. The press will be hammering that drum when it's time for the film's release. The situation on the set isn't any better. Penkin has been all over the director from day one, whining about the script. That Neanderthal can hardly read, but he can say he's never seen such wooden dialogue in his life. We did our best, but the director's heart couldn't take the abuse. We had to find a replacement pronto.
Shit, the fucking director dies. Or is this quit?
On, but they're spending money at breakneck speed. Penkin is on everyone's last nerve. He's always late on set, takes any criticism like an insult, and throws tantrums out of the blue. A couple of weeks of this, and the new director is already careening for the madhouse. He made quite an extravagant gesture, shot a horse dead right in front of Penkin, just to show him who was in charge. Penkin says he can't stop thinking about it. He can't concentrate on his part, so filming is moving even more slowly. To get the film out this year, we're moving to 14-hour days and 7-day weeks.
God, crunch.
Scenes and shooting almost everything.
14-hour days.
The crew has been on edge for a long time, so to help smooth things over, we're increasing the level of landscaping. That'll make the studio more beautiful and more comfortable. The return of Dexter Storm has barely wrapped, and the results are already depressing. The film's artistic appeal is in the toilet. It doesn't take a focus group to tell you when you've made an exemplary piece of shit. But has any of that ever stopped one shameless sequel from cashing in at the box office? Not even one. We picked Thanksgiving weekend for the premiere, just like most of our competitors. But we have friends who can help us clear the calendar, yeah? We'll have the police
Cinema raids?
raiding every other studio in town.
Holy shit. It plays so dirty in this game, man.
All the prime advertising space in the country for the next few weeks, but even that won't be enough. There's one organization that can promote our film through its own channels. They seem like good boys, and they have a nice leader. A bad person wouldn't go around calling himself an imperial wizard, would he? No.
Oh, what the fuck?
We just need a handful of cash to
Is
cover
that a reference to the Ku Klux?
restaurant, and we are ready for
The fuck?
The critics see right through it, but the audience loves it. After all, we told them it's exactly what they want. The first month at the box office, the studio raked in a record $29 million. The film will keep printing money for at least a couple of more months. But that's not the end of it. Because in the world of cinema, there's one immutable fact, undeniable, absolute, immortal, sacrosanct. Something that exceeds mere ideas, technologies, and individual people. Something greater than the sum of all its parts, and that thing is... You can always make extra money on the
merchandise. Of course. I mean, that's how Disney is so strong. It's like every film they've made in like the past 100 years, they've merchandised that shit. Disney, that's why Disney's so strong. Alright, so yet another fantasy title. That's literally the game. The game title and all. It's like a somewhat of a top-down, like an ARPG in a way. It's like a... Is it twin stick? The way your character's moving kind of reminds me of a twin stick. And if you're playing it on PC, it looks like you face wherever the mouse is. Who is the villain? So defeat the vampire. So you're just some random dude. You don't know who's like the bad guy or anything. So are you like totally clueless in this game? It's like, what is going on? Is that a tank? What's that thing? Are you bar fighting? You're just causing bar fights. April 10th, huh? Specifically only on Steam. What I know. Oh yeah, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. A lot of people are excited about this.
Play in iconic battles from across
I'm actually kind of excited about it.
the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Fight, drive, and pilot your way through unforgettable Star Wars moments in massive 64-player online battles. Watch those wrist rockets! Battle as heroes and villains in the expanded Hero Assault mode. For the Republic. On iconic maps, including Death Star, Camino, Naboo, and many more.
To be honest, this was like the shit back in the day.
Palace.
It was pretty much the height of the Battlefront series, man. Like when Battlefront 2 came out, that was its height.
Play your friends at home in local split screen or conquer the galaxy solo in the
hell yeah
campaigns.
There she is, the queen.
I might have to just get it just for the offline campaign shit, because that was fun as shit, man.
501st Legion in the Rise of the Empire campaign.
Dude. Yeah, I might have to just rebuy it.
Feel the Force. The Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection.
So too bad the most recent Battlefronts didn't just capture that like awesome feeling of like the old ones. So this game is The First Berserker, Kazan. That was this game. It has that like anime dude kind of anime feel to it, but it's like is that something about it being a Souls-like game? So I'm assuming it is a Souls-like. I mean, look at it. Yep. Yeah, you have something like bonfires, but it's probably called something completely different. It has a very interesting art style. The way the light hits like the monsters and your character sometimes. It's like very highly detailed, but the characters, you know, has an anime design to them. environment looks cool. Yeah, see? It looks super anime. It's like a dark fantasy anime. You fucked up. That probably took like half your life. Or if not, I almost killed you. Then there's the second stage of the boss. So once you like get his health down either halfway or fully down, he gets another health bar. You fight him in this stage. He has new attacks. Yep, typical Souls-like. Too bad I'm on a 2-year hiatus for these kind of games. But if anything, I can always still do a peek play of it. I just won't be doing a full playthrough. I'm taking 2-year hiatus, man. Oh yeah, Outward. Outward is getting a sequel, Outward 2.
It's been 50 long years. Every day remains a struggle for our people. Every step forward is paid in blood.
That's no reason to give up. You know that better than anyone.
But I have you. How many others have a goddess looking after them?
Not everyone is as special as you are, my dear Simeon. Even so, they are not alone. They have each other's back when it matters. I have seen them chase their dreams. I have watched them grow.
It looks a lot better.
They surprise me with their adaptability, their resilience, and their grit.
You know the dangers they face. Only the exceptional can overcome those odds.
No, darling. Even ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Look how far our world has expanded. All because they chose to venture into the unknown. Don't hold their hand. Just open the door, and they'll do the rest.
I do need to play the first one. I mean, I played it a little bit, but I never finished it, so I should try and definitely tackle it very hard next time. Oh, this is the last trailer for today. Some Meta Ball. This is like another, almost in a way like a, you know, kind of like an alternative sports kind of game. Has that like appeal of people that might like is it Rocket League and shit. It's more of like basketball but on hoverboards, except you don't have to dribble the ball or anything like that. You tether the ball, so you don't have to worry about bouncing the ball or anything. And customize your characters. Create your own play style. And if it has the longevity, kind of like Rocket League, I can see it working. And that is it. That is this week in trailers, guys. That was all the trailers that we had this week. Not as long as last week, thank God, even though there was a lot going on throughout the week, even though it was like sick half of it. Other than that, yeah, some pretty good games that are either, you know, have been announced or coming out and everything like that. When it comes to the list of games that kind of caught my eye this week, it is Cataclysmo, The Altars, Kunitsugami, A Path of Goddess, Bitcraft, and Outward 2. Those were the games that kind of caught my eye the most, although not saying that that's the only games that caught my eye. Those are pretty much top of the list, highest things of the list and all that. Also, when it comes to the lighting, I can definitely see, you can tell I've had a very rough very rough week, mainly because of fighting, a stomach bug. So you can kind of see probably around my eyes that I've had a rough week. But other than that though, pretty good amount of games, a lot of indie games. Looking forward to them, especially when they come out, seeing what they have to offer, and things like that. But other than that though, that's it for this week in trailers. And I'll see you in the next This Week in Trailers.